To all of our officers, investigators, we told you that we were going to provide you with training videos every now and then. And this video is on shoplifting. It's going to be a quick video, but I want to give you as much information as I can so I can let you know a little bit more about shoplifting and how we need to handle those type of situations. If you're working for an account where you are not a store detective, meaning you are not in plain clothes and you are not there to catch shoplifters, then you should not be apprehending shoplifters. There's no ands, ifs, buts about it. And the reason for that is two reasons. One, you're carrying a firearm and it's visible. Why do you want to stop a shoplifter who then may try to grab your firearm or struggle with you, which in turn can hurt the shoplifter, you, or even an innocent bystander who's walking by? And the second reason is there are rules, there are laws that need to be followed in order to stop a shoplifter. Now, do you know those rules? Because I'm going to give them to you right now, and I'm telling you, if one of those 5 elements that I'm going to give you now are missing, you legally do not have a shoplifter. So number 1, you need to see the person enter the store or enter the department. Number 2, you need to see them select the merchandise, and you've got to make sure that it's actually merchandise that belongs to that retailer. Number 3, you need to see them conceal the merchandise. Number 4, you need to maintain constant and uninterrupted surveillance until 5, they pass all points of payment. If any one of those 5 elements are broken, if one of them are missing, or one of them didn't happen, or one of them even stopped for a second. For instance, the 4th one, which is maintain constant and uninterrupted surveillance, which means if you lose sight of that person for even a minute after you saw them enter, select, conceal, but you lost sight of them and then they passed all points of payment and exited, you don't have a shoplifter. How do you know they didn't dump the merchandise? How do you know they didn't hand the bag to someone else? You want to cover yourself. It's what we call in the industry CYA, cover your assets. Simple as that. It's not worth getting into a scuffle with someone. We never want to be asking the questions, I need to check your bag because I need to know if you shoplifted. That clearly tells the customer that you don't know they shoplifted. Now there's a difference. If you see someone enter a store or enter a department, you see them select the merchandise, you see them conceal the merchandise, you maintain constant and uninterrupted surveillance, and they pass all points of payment, and you're actually in plain clothes working as a store detective, and you walked up to that shoplifter and said, I need to talk to you about the stolen merchandise that you put in your bag. That's different. You 100% guaranteed have a shoplifter. But again, if any of those 5 elements are missing, you do not have a shoplifter. And again, if you are not working as a store detective, I do not want you stopping shoplifters. If you're in uniform, if you're carrying a firearm, if you're working as a personal protection officer, you are not there to catch shoplifters. How about that shoplifter who's stealing batteries that you're watching for 10 or 15 minutes actually has his buddy at the front of the store robbing the store with a firearm? Your job in uniform is to be a deterrent and to prevent robberies. So any other security company who wants to watch this, you too can take some notes, because I've seen some security companies making some pretty bad stops and pretty bad ideas and decisions when it comes to shoplifting. So what it's called in the industry is an NPD, a non-productive detainment. So if you stop someone at the front door of a retailer who did not shoplift, that is an NPD, a non-productive detainment. If you then take that person with you and escort them back to an office and hold them there against their own free will and they didn't commit a crime, that's actually a hostage situation. You've actually held the person hostage. Now, you may not go to jail for that, but I can guarantee you right now there's going to be a lawsuit. And it could affect our company, but it can also affect you in the industry. There's a chance of you losing your license and never working in the security field again. That is not something I want to see happen to you. That is not something I want to see happen to an innocent customer. And obviously, it's not something that I want to see happen to Credible Security Solutions. So again, remember, you're not stopping shoplifters unless you are hired as a store detective. You can assist the store manager who decides to stop a shoplifter and be his or her backup, but you are not stopping them yourselves. If you are working as a store detective, you need to make sure that you see the subject enter the store or enter the department. You need to see them select the merchandise. You need to make sure that it's the company's merchandise. Then 3, you need to see them conceal the merchandise. 4, you need to maintain constant and uninterrupted surveillance until 5, they pass all points of payment. Drill that into your head. You need to know these 5 elements. It's important because I can guarantee you it's going to be asked by the police. It's going to be needed in your report, and it's going to be needed in court if it ever makes it that far. Keep in mind, if you have a security issue, we have a credible solution. If you have any questions regarding this training, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Facebook, or give me a call direct, and I'll do all I can to help you. Thank you. Have a great day, and be safe.